So that is Produce Privilege. Leyline of the Void, L6 Mulligan. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. It's almost time for dinner.
Shut down the broadcast. It's done. Next time you come out to Colorado, I want you to go to the Vitamin Cottage. I want you to find an employee in the store and ask them for help. And then you report back to me. Streetcorn and the Leyline of the Void's nice. I want you to report back to me what your experience was.
I can do that. I would be. Is it close to the house?
Oh yeah, there's one that's theoretical walking distance, like 15 blocks from where I live.
That's easy. That's easy. Yeah.
And it's a well-known chain in Colorado. It's publicly traded.
Okay.
Like it's not just one grocery store, which is worse. That means there's so many of them.
A faithless looting is going to discard an Archemy by a life from the loam. Let's see what we have here. Oh, yes. Faithless looting right
I want to know what the
line.
job interview is for that place. It's like, first question, do you presently not know where you are? No, you don't? All right, hired. You can work with the other 12 people here the exact same way. Anyone from who lives in Colorado knows what I'm talking about. This sounds funny. It's like Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. It's a funny thing. It's funny to hear about. But if you're from New Jersey, it's like, oh, I know a million Carls. I know he's not. It's not like a cartoon character. That's like a personality archetype. Same deal with the Vitamin Cottage employees. Are we still playing this out? I guess Elsic has some disenchantment.
Elsic has some things he can draw to get out of it.
Mulligan into Streetcorn and Faithless Looting.
Yeah, that's tough. But he can
more mulligans into more mulligans.
He can turn on the engine at any moment. Toot the horn.
The cards that can blow up Leyline of the Void, and especially those that can blow up Leyline of the Void, and also target creatures, should Leyline of the Void not be drawn, those are the cards that I would bring in.
Dude, we got to get you. I'm thinking pay bump mid-show.
Yeah, and now the analysis
I'm thinking mid-show.
What do you want me to do with this?
You want me to submit the email?
What do you want me to do with this?
You want me to submit the email?
Tell me the different path I should be pursuing here. Tell me.
I'm just asking. Do you want me to submit the email on our break?
Yeah.
Or mid-match?
Yeah. If you have a suggestion, honestly, you should keep it to yourself. but you know, if you can think of a different way, let me know about it.
All right. Leyline time. Talk to me. Have you been to Aspen?
I've driven through it. I've stopped to get gas there, but I've never stayed there.
Was it north of Denver?
West.
West of Denver. How far?
Hour and a half, 2 hours.
All right. I only want to go there solely because of Dumb and Dumber.
That was the first movie that I ever walked out on. I was 12.
You are a curmudgeon.
And I walked out of the theater.
How?
But not the last movie I walked out. What do you mean?
It's so good.
I was like, this is so stupid. I'm leaving.
Of course it's stupid. You're unbelievable. At 12?
11 or 12? Whatever. I can find out.
Had to go read the newspaper, huh? I'm sure the newspaper was probably more stimulating for your interests.
The Star Ledger? Yeah.
Yeah. Both these players taking a look at their openers. Collins is going to send it back.
Yeah, I just walked out.
You do
the
man.
Hillsborough Cinema. I don't know if it's there anymore, but I remember the movie theater. Just walked to Target.
You know what? You probably just wanted to read something. I got something for you to read right here. StarCityGames.com newsletter every week. Kevin, Chris, look at that headband though.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. That's a headband of a champion right there.
Right.
We'll be underway here in just a moment.
I don't know if this is necessarily true of Hafner. Have you ever had the experience of playing in a, let's call it PTQ level event, against someone with sunglasses inside and you can see their hand out of the reflection of their glasses?
I've not had that happen. No.
I bring it up because I've had it happen. And I've played against opponents where they've sort of leaned forward with their hands in such a way that you can kind of see the top of their cards.
Okay.
And I usually say, hey, just so you know, you're leaning forward a little bit. I might be catching a glimpse of your cards. Keep it a little bit tighter.
Okay.
If I see the reflection out of the sunglasses, nothing.
Nothing?
You're wearing sunglasses indoors.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
If you didn't lose because of this, you would have lost to something else.
Yeah, okay.
So.
Okay. A faithless looting is discarded a Vengevine and a land. Here's an Insolent Neonate for Hafner. Thanks, y'all. We appreciate you.
Does SCG get paid out per
Subscriber?
It's like some fractional. I'm not saying a lot, but
First of all, I would never answer that on the air.
How's that work?
That's the first thing. I would
Talk to me
never.
how's that work?
Never answer that on the air.
How's that work?
Second of all, I don't know.
Isn't that just public info? Like how the subscription model?
If it is, go look it up.
Tell me
How about that?
All right, I'm gonna look it up now.
You can look it up after the round.
We're not in the middle of anything. Look
Are
at
we
this.
not?
They're not even. Sam's not even shuffling his deck.
Yeah, because he's presented his deck. He's ready to go.
Nothing's going on. How much
Yeah, we
does
cut his mic. We are not doing that.
YouTube page make per subscriber?
There you go.
Oh, that ain't bad. Yeah.
Yeah, there you okay.
YouTube.com. Stars to games.
Can Sam win the third game in time? There's no way, right?
He's got some creatures. I mean, it's hard.
Seems real tough. I do like the no concede here by Earl. Big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan, actually. I've come around.
Show me some cards, you goof.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of weirdos in there. I want to see them.
A little info.
Yeah. Yes. That's right.
That's countered.
Keep working that clock down.
Along with everything else that you're doing.
Someone coming up to set a pick, you wave that off.
Yep.
You just keep dribbling it down.
You're right. You're right.
All right, fine.
All right.
Fine.
Whew, boy. That was a lot. That's game 2. It's all tied up.
You know, not that long ago on Twitter, I saw Shaheen Sarati refer to someone not conceding in that sort of game, in that sort of spot, as an angle shoot.
That sounds like something she would say. Have him dial that up. Have him dial that up in his next. Have him dial it up in his next article.
No, maybe you should just kill your opponent at some point.
I don't know, maybe. Game number 3 of this thrilling affair will be underway in just a moment. But first, a couple of words from our friends over at Ultimate Guard. I think that's a Space Jam t-shirt. And if that is a Space Jam t-shirt, I know who I'm rooting for. Oh, yeah, that's a Space Jam t-shirt. You can't mistake that.
Space Jam t-shirts and Antiquities Tron pieces. He's got both of us covered.
An Expedition map off of Urza's mind. All I'm saying is Space Jam 2, is it in production? Is it on the way yet? Like, I don't know what we're waiting for. It's just a young Pyromancer. Space Jam 2 with LeBron is set to make actual billions.
Oh, yeah.
Actual billions.
Earlier in my day, I guess he is still thinking about him all year.
Oh, you think so?
I played with a historically slow player in John Sonny.
Oh, I've seen this firsthand.
Pro Tour top 4 competitor back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And one time he was asked, when you're sitting there and taking so long to take your turns or decide on mulligans, what are you thinking about? And his response was, sometimes I'm thinking about nothing. Donegan had the look of someone who was thinking about nothing. I know that look. I've been around it for a long time. There's a match against our colleague, Craig Krempels, at a PTQ in the X and 2 bracket. So already tensions are high.
Yes.
John and Craig play. And it's a mono black mirror match in Odyssey block. And John goes in the tank forever on turn 2 and plays a Mesmeric Fiend. And Craig goes, okay. And then John goes in the tank on turn 3 and comes out with Rancid Earth.
Rancid Earth your land. I knew it.
And Craig goes, okay.
Yep.
And then he goes into a tank on turn 4. Comes out with Braids.
Braids Cabal Minion. Yep.
And Craig snaps. And he's like, what were you thinking about? And John starts to talk, and Craig just signs the match slip and walks on. Does not want to talk to him about it. I know we spoke about this. Not a huge fan of ordering the queso dip and having it brought out in a small soup bowl with a spoon.
Yep.
Like you're supposed to lap it up like a dog when you're done with your chips.
It's not good.
I'm not really into the whole visual presentation of food sort of as a thing. I get, whatever, but I don't know how much it affects my dining experience. That was not a good look, though. That was enough for me to raise an eyebrow.
Here's the thing. It does affect your dining experience because that happened yesterday.
Yeah.
That happened yesterday.
You're an animal. And when you're done with the chips, when you're done with the way this was intended to be eaten, you're going to put your face down in this bowl and just slurp up the leftover cheese. And maybe you'll want a spoon to do that because it looks like soup.
That's what the spoon implied. That's literally what the spoon said.
Unbelievable.
That's what it said. It was a tough night at Jay Alexander's. Are they calling you right now? Is that what that was?
I don't know.
They called to apologize?
Wasn't a number in my phone. I'll say that. I'll say that. I didn't pick up, but wasn't a number I had.
They probably calling to have a word or two.
So, we'll go somewhere else. I would like to leave the casino, though. I'm starting to lose my mind.
Yeah, that's fine. That's totally understandable. A shack full of shakes is probably where we will dine this evening.
Cool. I've just ravaged my body this weekend.
I didn't know. I didn't know you could have Dunkin' Donuts. I think you seriously had. I think you've seriously had Dunkin' Donuts 6 times this weekend.
You know what's the best part about the Dunkin' Donuts?
What?
No line. You go right to the front. The pizza, the fried rice, there's a line. There's a lot of people trying to get that. Dunkin' Donuts, they looked quizzically at me like, are you back? So I tried to space it out a little bit. So, I would hit different people in different shifts, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to be going back there for my 3rd bagel and 4th cup of coffee talking to the same person or whatever.
The bagel was so bad.
It was.
The everything bagel is so bad.
Yeah. It does. The upside is it does have everything on it. Wallet, body, mind, all ravaged.
Jonathan Orr is going to play a turn 2 Dark Confidant. We'll see if it lives or not.